Women's Equality Day celebrates the passage of the 19th Amendment, which granted women the right to vote on August 26, 1920. It was first celebrated in 1973 after the Congress passed a resolution to mark this event annually. The observance of Women's Equality Day also calls attention to women's continuing efforts towards full equality and generates an idea of equality between men and women. Shakthi Corporation asked South Asian women from various professional backgrounds to share their experiences with gender equality at home, work, and in the community. What kind of equality are you getting?
So personally, I have never experienced any gender inequality at home or my work environment. The fact that I finished 6 long years of medical training in US with small kids is a testament to the dedication and support I got from my family. And to me, that is the epitome of gender equality. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shubha Dhanashekhar. I'm very happy to be a part of Women Equality event conducted by Shakthi Group. I am a very happy and a content homemaker and a small business owner at Charlotte. I'm very proud to say this because at my house I'm treated equally in everything we do. My loving husband and my kids have always been so proud of me and have respected my feelings and my decisions equally as theirs. I'm very fortunate to be a wife of a person who treats and understands me and my time and always discuss every decision that he takes in all he do.
Being in the field of healthcare and running Breast Cancer Hub, I experienced that gender parity gap exists in all socioeconomic environment, irrespective of education and income. This inequality doesn't even spare basic needs and acceptance about women's health, such as menstrual hygiene, breast and cervical care. This leads to ignorance, embarrassment, taboo, leading to late detection and advanced stages of cancer diagnosis, causing death.
I do not see gender equality in my classroom. I hear phrases like "let boys be boys." I see personality traits associated with genders. I do not see girls being treated equally. I don't see girls claiming their equality in the society. That is because right from childhood, we expect both boys and girls to conform to certain expectations. As long as we don't expect of this gender and we expect of a person and we have high expectations of both of them, as long as this starts right from the birth, from the family, from your first elementary classroom, we cannot claim to have a gender equal or a gender sensitive society.
So when I used to work in the government sector, I really didn't see any inequality. But what I saw was inequality in representation. And sometimes equality is in our own mindset, and sometimes we have to fight for it. You have to face the challenges and you have to go for it. It really depends on individuals and communities on how comfortable they are in approaching the government sector. What I've seen is hesitancy in people approaching the system.
I was always or mostly treated equally by the men in my family and in the places where I worked, and even now when I interact with other men. Maybe it is just because of my attitude, because I never let anybody say you are a woman and these are your dimensions or restrictions and you should settle down within this box. I never let anybody tell me that, and I never took that.
I'm Meena Kalyana Sundaram. I'm the president and founder of a nonprofit organization called We Embrace, based in Sacramento. While representing the organization in different community events and city council, I had observed that organizations which are headed by the female representatives have been given very less time to represent or share something. So in this process, most of the nonprofit organizations which are headed by them, they have been getting less benefits which other organizations would probably do.
As a software engineer, one thing that I can say for sure is equation has actually turned. I mean, we do see a lot of women who are leading up the ladder, but then it's still not equal. There is a lot of sacrifice that they do. So it's more like, are you ready to climb up the ladder and hire help for the rest of the things, or take care of your kids and be an engineer, or be in the individual contributor position over a long time? So that's how the industry is right now.
What kind of equality do you want to see?
So, in my field, I have observed that being a woman does not guarantee the same salary package as a man with the same professional experience. And also, many hospitals do not even provide basic paid maternity break after having a baby. These two facts are really surprising and at the same time shocking to me. These are nationwide issues, and I hope this get better in the future.
I would like to see that women are first respected and treated as the same person as men in the society, and be considered about their personal time, their individual personality, and their decision, which is as important as for anyone in the world. Women are so powerful in many ways. Respect them and be considerate. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
The society needs to come out of the stigma, accept, embrace, and treat our daughter, sister, mother equally. Talk about the health issues as a family by breaking the taboo. Why can't we discuss menstrual hygiene, breast or cervical health, and be mindful and careful for any potential risk? Let's strive together as a community against the inequality existing from healthcare standpoint and help women speak up with pride and dignity.
When an individual can think, act, and behave irrespective of their gender, when we as a society don't shape up our expectations of how an individual should behave based on their gender, then we can claim to be a gender-sensitive society, I think.
The equality that I would like to see is in the people's mindset, especially in the South Asian community, that the government is there sometimes mostly to work with them, and not be hesitant to approach for jobs in the government sector. I would say again, it's in the people's mindset, and sometimes you have to break the barriers to enter the government system. Thank you so much.
If I should share my dream of what kind of equality do I want to see, I would want one beyond the gender disparity. Yes, a woman may have difficult time during her menstruation and pregnancy, but that's not a measure of her ability. Pregnancy, it doesn't make her less dedicated to her work. Women should not be penalized for being moms. We should learn to tackle the stigma around these issues.
I believe this should be changed. Gender equality should be considered. Whether females represent a profit organization or a non-profit organization, their stories need to be heard. Their journey needs to be heard. Non-profit organizations need a lot of community support and corporate support for grants and financial help, etc. And only when there is gender equality, they would probably be benefited. Thank you.
As a software engineer, one thing that I can say for sure is equation has actually turned. I mean, we do see a lot of women who are leading up the ladder, but then it's still not equal. There is a lot of sacrifice that they do. So it's more like, are you ready to climb up the ladder and hire help for the rest of the things, or take care of your kids and be an engineer, or be in the individual contributor position over a long time? So that's how the industry is right now. So if you're going to take more responsibility at work, then you are going to hire help, or try to talk to your either your spouse or your mother-in-law, father-in-law, mom. Somebody else is going to help you out. So that, I think, to some extent we have figured it out. We have still not figured out how are we going to make sure that we are not missing anything, even though we are how do you balance that, your real balance of being corporate, also being a wife or mom? So that balance, I don't think everybody has got it. So we still have a long way to go. Hopefully something will be there when my grandchildren are at work.
Gender equality has been undergoing a change gradually over the years, and we are starting to see some equality in various fields. There are opportunities available for women, but what is stopping them from seizing those? What we need is a change in the mindset of people, and in society's expectations of stereotypical roles, and finally in women believing in themselves and their abilities. The equality we want to see is where men and women are treated as individuals with skills, and not based on their gender. There should be equal opportunities in all areas, including education, jobs, career growth, parenting, and responsibilities at home. We can't wait for equality to happen. It is the responsibility of each of us to drive change. Be the change and make it happen.